Okay. So I'm going to show you how to use Geometer Sketchpad to think about Station 3 and the results. And everyone's going to be taking a screenshot of this to put in their notebook, and everyone needs to have their own file. So let me get started. First thing you're going to do is just draw a line, a straight line in the middle of your screen. Now I'm going to hold the Shift key down, holding the Shift key down, and this allows me to see how it jumps around to make it exactly horizontal, because I really want it to be. So this dot right here represents the light bulb. So I'm going to make another dot to represent the distance from the light bulb to the hole. Remember, there was a hole. Now I should let you know ahead of time that I did go to SketchUp Preferences, and in SketchUp Preferences I changed my units to inches just because we did the experiment in inches. So now if I come up here, notice I'm clicking on the arrow. That allows me to deselect things. And I'm going to click just on the two dots. Now we know in the experiment we measured that distance to be exactly 1 inch. So I'm going to go up to my measure tool after selecting those two dots. And I'm going to measure the distance. So right now it says the distance is 1.46 inches. Well, that's too much, right? Because I need it to just be 1 inch. So I'm going to click on this dot. I'm going to use the left arrow to make it go just to 1 inch. So I'm kind of going back, 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 back. Okay, so now the distance between the light bulb and this is going to be the middle of the opening of the card is exactly 1 inch like I want it to be. So now I'm going to make a perpendicular line that I can construct the hole in. So I'm going to construct a perpendicular line. Then I'm going to put a dot on this line to represent the top of the hole. So let's see how close it is to being the right. So if this is going to be the top of the hole, I'm going to put the bottom of the hole down here. I need the whole height of the hole to be 1 inch, just like in the experiment. So if I've got these two selected and I'm going to measure the distance, I'm going to want it to be 1/2 inch. Well, right now it's a little bit more than 1/2 inch, so I'm going to reduce it there. Now this distance from Q to P is exactly 1/2 inch. I'm going to make another dot on the other side, and I'm going to measure that distance. A little bit too big, so I'm going to move it up a little bit there. Now look at that. So now if I measured from Q to R, it would be exactly 1 inch. I'm going to delete these ones just because we don't need them anymore. What we really want to know is that the opening of our hole, this is the opening of the hole from Q to R, is exactly 1 inch, and the distance from O to P is exactly 1 inch. So now we've kind of set up our situation. So now I'm going to take a ray, and I'm going to use this ray to simulate the light going from the bulb past the top of the hole and from the bulb past the bottom of the hole. So this represents the light coming out. And now I need to construct a screen so we can see what happens on the screen. So I'm going to make another dot, come out here anywhere, make a dot, and then highlight the line as well and construct another perpendicular line. Now that represents my screen. Now I want to be able to measure from where the light, the top of the light on the screen and the bottom of the light on the screen. So I can measure from here to here, measure distance. Right now it's 3.62. So we were trying to get this to be, remember when we made our square, we would do 2 by 2, 3 by 3, 4 by 4. So right now, if this is a side view, the height of the screen is, the height of the light on the screen is 3.62 inches. What if I measured the distance from the light bulb to the screen? Because that you were measuring as well, right? Let's measure this distance. You might see something kind of interesting there. So now I can move the screen around. I'm going to hide this middle line with Command H, right? and I'm going to hide P so that what we're really looking at is the light bulb, the hole, and the height of the light on the screen. Now notice as I move the screen back, what happens to the height of the light and the distance to the screen. So I'm going to expect you to show this, some screenshots of this, and to refer to it in your notebook for your results and discussion for Station 3 that we will be working on today. And then this might help you think about Station 4 and Station 2. So until later.